Hey, good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. So I set up again today at the Fishkill Card Show in Fishkill, New York. The show is promoted and hosted by a dealer and collector named Mike. I think it's Bochar. Um, and he's been doing it for quite some time. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about shows in general and the overall landscape of the different shows that exist. You have large shows like obviously the National, then you have kind of just shows that are almost kind of on, like, I wouldn't say exactly on equal footing, but definitely larger shows like Strongsville and Philly Show and Shriners, um, the Dallas Show, the Nashville Show, the Pittsburgh Show. There's a number of them. White Plains Show, and there's a number of them around the country. And then then we get down to a lot of the regional and local shows that happen in kind of just in your area. And so Mike's show, I would kind of categorize as being kind of more on the local, somewhat regional end. And because it's, you build a kind of dedicated and loyal following that way. And Mike and I had a good discussion today regarding just the atmosphere that he wants, or the environment he wants to create. And I applaud him for what he's trying to do. And he is a believer of that kind of old school mentality of just the openness and acceptance of anybody who wants to come in and set up a table to sell either part of their collection or to kind of dip their feet into selling as a dealer. And he doesn't, he's not closing doors or blocking opportunities. He leaves it open. It's that sort of mentality, that sort of openness that really just makes a show a very just a positive environment to be in, and and you really kind of build a good following. Mike doesn't charge anything at the door. There's no admission fee. It's a small show, but it's really filled with a lot of great dealers there. And Mike does a good job of trying to balance the blending of modern and vintage. Even though today was mostly modern, a lot of the vintage dealers that normally set up were not there. But Mike had his display case full of great vintage stuff and some stuff I'm actually going to show you guys. He was working on or has been working on a consignment that you could probably see from the footage that I'm showing you here. A consignment full of really good stuff. Actually included in that, probably can't see it from here, or you can see it a little bit, is my T205 Christy Mathewson. That was part of the consignment that he was selling, and I have a second piece that I'll show you shortly. That's also from the consignment that I picked up today. But he has, he's always on the lookout for more vintage, and I know he's been finding some great stuff, and I can't stress it enough. The Fishkill Show is really just it's a small show, like I said, but it has opportunities for some really good add-ons for your collection. If you're looking to build on your vintage PC and you live kind of, somewhat maybe from like all the way from Kingston all the way down to New York City, it's a good range. Good regional show, local show to check out. And I also set up today, and for what it's worth, today was a slower than usual day. I've had days where I've done extremely well, and days where I really barely sold anything. So today was kind of like, I would say, closer to not selling as much, but definitely definitely a little bit more so than some of the worst days that I have. But you gotta tip your cap to the fact that there's other things going on. It's a beautiful day today in New York, and like Little League and baseball. So, but I saw a lot of familiar faces that I saw from last month. That purchased from me. Marcus is somebody who watches my channel who found some cool stuff to take home today, and Keith from Lonely Basement Baseball Cards showed up today as well. I had a nice conversation with him, and but overall, just a great atmosphere. And so I don't want to waste any more time, but I just want to make mention that card shows, they have a different feel to them, and I love the Fishkill show. That Mike is your old school promoter, old school mentality. Just be honest with him, be upfront with him. Good guy. Overall good guy and a good promoter and looks out for everybody. So, Matt, I know, Mike, you watch my channel, so I again appreciate you putting these shows together. And our conversation from earlier talking about that old school mentality stuck with me, and I really appreciate that sort of approach to organizing shows and keeping it just open for anybody. It's not a closed door policy at all with that. So, but by the time the show was ending for me, I decided I've been seeing this at Mike's table for probably course of maybe a year at this point, and so I decided to make the move to pick this up. And I've seen these around, but I think the one that Mike had was the best. It's the 1911 T201, the Mecca Cigarettes panel, and I picked up the Mathewson. It's SGC3. I thought the quality of this card looks really, really good. Everything, the imagery, the registration, but the perfect coloration, the trees, the fence, the imagery of the ruffled uniform that he's wearing here, the details on the pitcher's mound, what looks to be like clumps of dirt or rocks. Everything about this really just looks brilliant. Absolutely brilliant looking card. Then on the back, it has Christie's statistics, and then Al Bridwell's on here too. Got the back, and you can really also kind of just preach on the quality of the part of Bridwell here. Just an absolutely stunning card. Yeah, I'm guessing the back is probably why I might have gotten a 3, because the centering is, probably what knocked this down. And the condition a little bit. But it's not perfect, but it's perfect satisfaction. But really nice looking card. And then you guys know how I feel about some of the oversized items. So this was my addition today to add to the Mathewson collection. I did not have this, so this is my new piece that I was not anticipating picking up today, but lo and behold, here you have it. So, I guess the takeaway from this video is to, just, if you are someone who attends card shows, take note of the environment that you're in, of that card show that you're in. Kind of observe who the dealers are, and kind of just see what the vibe is at the shows. For me, I always look forward to them, whether they're large, small, the National, Strongsville, Fishkill. I always look forward to a good show. So, anyway, thanks so much, guys, for listening and for watching. And I'll check in with you soon. Take care.